What's going on, everybody? We're just going to get everyone a chance to tune in and start off with a little bit of music.
Money.
All right, everybody, we're going to get started here in a second. Just going to let some more people get into the live stream before we get started in about 1 minute, all right?
Money.
All right, everybody, how is everyone doing today? Welcome. This is Flying Cryptos. Make sure that you guys can hear me all right. Get started today. Talk about everything that happened with Litecoin and Bitcoin. Today's price action. Recap on that. Going to talk about the monthly close, which, by the way, I'll get that out of the way right now and tell you that the monthly close was really good. It was exactly what I was hoping for, that we talked about in yesterday's live stream, and we're going to talk about that today as well. So while everyone's getting tuned in, if you guys could, it would be really appreciated if you went back to Twitter real quick, hit the like button on the tweet for the live stream. That way Twitter shows it to everybody, gives them a chance to catch a live stream while we're live. Bumps it up in the algo a little bit just so that way people can tune in, and I appreciate all your support and the likes. If you guys want to smash the like button and subscribe for the YouTube channel and hit the notification bell, that way when I do these live streams, and I usually post them with like a half-hour, 1 hour notice, I'll schedule it. That way you guys all have a little bit of a heads up and a notification so you know that I'll be going live. Dark Chest said no water. Guess we're dumping again. Yep. Today I'm actually drinking cider, and it's pretty good. Caveman, appreciate the consistent Litecoin analysis. Just subscribed. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it, man. All right, so we got a fair bit to talk about today with today's price action, but let's first get started with the monthly, and we're taking a look here at the Bitcoin chart, and this time I will not forget. Get that monitor switched over so that way you guys can see it. And also in the previous live stream had a couple comments about a mouse pad because it was pretty loud. So we got a mouse pad. So we're doing a lot better today already. Off to a good start compared to yesterday. So taking a look at the Bitcoin chart. So guys, do I think we're still going to hit $80, $90? That is the big question that everyone is still asking me. Now we closed that monthly great on Litecoin, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. So as far as $80, $90 on Litecoin, do I think that's still going to happen? I do, and I'm going to talk about that for a minute. So taking a look at Bitcoin right now, we're taking a look at the monthly chart. Now we got this white trend line right here. Now this goes all the way back to the beginning, guys, and I'll zoom out so you guys can see it here. This is our monthly uptrend line, okay? Going all the way back, all right? We got multiple touches here going through 2016 and 2015. Didn't quite get a touch here, but we came close, fell through, bear trap, touch, and then reaction. We jumped right off of it. So this is our monthly uptrend line, guys, right here. Now, you can draw this slightly different. You could pull this down to the base of what I'm calling this bear trap, but we're going to be conservative. We got the most touches where it is now, okay? Now, let's go into the numbers a little bit. This is our monthly close on Bitcoin right now. I still think we're going to see $30,000 Bitcoin, $29,000 Bitcoin, which is an additional 25% lower. And that would put us at 28,735, right smack on that trend line. All right, guys, that's 25% down. All right. Now, let's look at the Litecoin chart. Here's our monthly close on Litecoin that I was just telling you guys about. Isn't that beautiful? We held this bull flag pattern. We have plenty of time. Now we got a full month in order to bounce and react off of this level. And if you guys remembered in yesterday's live stream, I was talking about, okay, we got 20-something hours left on the candle. We could flush down and wick back up, or we could do it after the monthly close, and we have 30 days to do it. And Bitcoin, I really think it wants to go down and tap just under $30,000. I really do believe that still. There's, we're going to zoom in. We're going to go into more depth on this a little bit later in the stream. But 25% drop. If LTC BTC were to continue to move sideways, look at this. 25% drop right here. So let's assume LTC BTC is moving sideways. We get a 25% drop hitting that trend line on the monthly chart on Bitcoin. We're going to come down and look at 25%. It's going to be smack right on $80. Okay. It will not surprise me. We still have good odds, high odds, that we're still going to come down to this $80 level. And I'm going to get into the price action today, because the price action today that happened actually really caught me by surprise. And this, I've been patient. I've been out of the game. It didn't have a negative or positive impact on me whatsoever. I'm just, I open up the chart. I take a look at it. I'm like, holy shit, we're bouncing right now. And, for a short moment, I was pretty neutral on that because I wasn't sure if the bulls were going to really come in and push us above that resistance level. And, looking at the chart right now, we've just been moving straight sideways, and now we're starting to break down a little bit. We had a lot of wicks to the upside on Bitcoin, and it looks like we're going to come down. But for a moment there, I honestly did not know what was going to happen. And sometimes as traders, we just don't know. We just got to wait for more data to hit the chart. Sometimes shit like that happens, and you're not always going to see it. And if you asked me yesterday when I was doing that live stream, all the odds pointed to a drop after we lost that range and we had that significant bear candle. It looked pretty convincing, and I am really surprised that we bounced off the bottom of that range again. Going for another retest on the resistance. So, looking at the LTC BTC chart here, I am really happy, and this is fantastic news, holding this pattern, because I said this is the last bullish pattern on the monthly we could be looking at, is a monthly bull flag for Litecoin. So yeah, that's pretty much that. And we're going to do a little bit of recap on the price action today. We're going to start with this. I posted this at 11:16 in the morning Eastern time. I said impressive so far. Nonetheless, if it keeps pushing, my long strategy doesn't change. Always be patient. If we break 38,200, would enter on a higher low, awaiting the confirmation. If I was wrong, it will be the first in a while, and I will apologize. Stay patient. And if we did break this, or if we were to break it, I will still apologize and say that I was wrong. But right now, I do not think we're going to see that breakout yet. And I want to zoom in. We're going to zoom in here on the Bitcoin chart. This was on the hourly. Hope you guys are all doing well. If you are enjoying the live stream, please give it a thumbs up, smash the like, and subscribe. It really helps it out. So, earlier today, I didn't even have this on there. Also did not have this on here, so we'll come back to that in a minute. So we broke this range on Bitcoin, had this huge candle, lost the range. All right, we're holding this range for 2 days, 4 hours. Okay, it was starting to look like a double top. We're having wicks to the upside. All right, we broke this range, and I was like, all right. Remember in the live stream, I was like, all right, I'm pretty sure that we're gonna just start seeing free fall. Okay, you know what? It's actually pretty good that that didn't happen, because it ended up being perfect for the monthly close on the Litecoin monthly chart, the USD chart. And right now with Bitcoin, we got a ton of wicks right here. Okay, we got a lot of wicks right there, and we got a lot of resistance even above it. You know, we got like big cheds, and some traders are calling $40,000 Bitcoin, and then the ultimate flush after that. And you know, my position on that is I think that we weren't going to see any higher than this level right here. And I'm still going to stick with that right now, that I don't think we're going to see 40,000. But as far as I'm concerned, a lot of this is noise right now. We have yet to establish an uptrend. Okay, guys? Really, if anything, what we have right now is basically a bear flag pattern on the 12-hour, or you could even say the daily. We have a bear flag pattern forming on Bitcoin. You know, we look at the daily, we do have green candle after green candle after green candle, new highs, new highs, new highs, new highs, but it just cannot get above this $38,000, $38,500 level. And you know, we can draw it right here, guys. That is still a bear flag. So, you know, Bitcoin, you know, we are in a strong downtrend, guys. I don't think I need to repeat that. I mean, it's pretty obvious. I mean, you know, look, we can draw this trend line right here. I mean, you know, this is actually the first time I just drew that, all right? And, you know, we're hitting horizontal resistance. We're hitting this diagonal resistance. We are in this bear flag pattern, and it would just look so much better, right? For Bitcoin to come down, hit the 30,000, and then continue off to new all-time highs. You know, zoom out to the weekly. This is going to be a little messy on this chart because I got a lot of horizontals drawn on here. But that just makes sense, doesn't it? Because for years, Bitcoin has reacted off of this level. It just loves to do that. It's like clockwork, and coming down and hitting this just makes perfect sense. It just lines up with everything else that we're seeing. And this is why I continue to stay patient with everything that's happening. So, you know, talked about that. Now we're going to go into this. This is the part where I got neutral. And, you know, this was at 1:07 p.m. Eastern time. It's now neutral, in my opinion. A moment of decision, difficult to predict. All you can do is sit patient and watch the levels. And I think this is very important, and a decent amount of you guys like this. I said I think people forget that trading isn't predicting. It's how you react to the data in front of you. You can predict with good odds when the data is clear. It's at a decision point where you can't predict until there is more data, and it's true. You know, we had a ton of volume coming in. We just smashed right through the lower part of this range, right up back up to the top again. And there wasn't enough candles here to really show like how much we were going to be struggling with this resistance. I mean, we needed a couple more candles to really get an idea what's going to be happening at this level, or if we're just going to push through it. And then that's where I drew this, because remember when I said that I want to enter on confirmation. I posted that here. This is exactly why I stay patient. If you bought in the green circle, right there, now you have no idea what's happening next to your lovely position. If you snipe the bottom down here, you're probably selling here. Sure, it can still go up, right? This is why we wait for confirmation, and this is coming back to this post here. If we were to break this level, and is before we even had the data, enough data to really know what's happening here at this resistance level, is I would want to enter here on the pullback. So just sit out, stay patient. Alternatively, we end up rejecting at this level, we just tighten up in this range, and then we break down. And I'm leaning more with this right now. Now, there's a few other ways it can play out too. I mean, if you ask other traders, some of the other guys that think Bitcoin's going to go to 40,000, we could come up to 40,000, and then we could come down. You know, maybe we form just a very big bear flag. But right now, we could be looking at a triple top for Bitcoin, which, in my opinion, at that point, we would see that breakdown. We're going to get to that in a second. I actually did not post this picture on Twitter yet. So yeah, let me take a look at some questions. If you guys got some questions and want to talk about some things, I will answer some questions and we'll go over some things together. Hope everyone's having a good one. If you guys are loving the live stream, please smash the like button and subscribe, because then you get notifications when I go live in the future. Just hit the notification bell. That way you do get that notification when I do, because 99% of all my content on here is only live streams. So you'll get like a half hour, 1 hour heads up. All right, so the Litecoin podcast doesn't it kind of look like an ascending triangle though? Yeah. Let me, oops. So yes, you know, he's right. It does kind of look like an ascending triangle. And wait a minute, let me go back here because I want to find the what I was just showing you guys. Hold on 1 second. I got so many Bitcoin charts for different time frames. Now I gotta find the pattern. All right. Sorry. Here we go. All right, I'll get to the questions in 1 second, guys. So yes, you could call this right here a ascending triangle. I mean, I would like to see more touches on the bottom, but we do have 3 touches. We have a few touches right here. So, you know, we can call this a trend line. We can call this an ascending triangle. And ascending triangles, a lot of people view them as a bullish pattern, which they can be. But I've seen a lot of ascending triangles break bearish. Okay. I consider the ascending triangle more of a neutral pattern. It's pretty close to 50-50 on which direction it's going to break. So yeah, we are certainly watching that pattern, but what I'm saying is, if this was an ascending, which it is ascending triangle, I gotta say this right. If this was going to break bullish, I would think that we'd be breaking it now. And we're just moving straight sideways with wicks right here. We're getting pretty close to the apex. If we pull back down, we're going to have a triple top, guys. And we have not tested this bottom trend line a lot. All right, we tested it down here. We tested it a couple times here. We haven't come down and really hit this, you know, all the way up. So this trend line down here is a lot weaker. The trend line up here, the resistance is a lot stronger. We hit it, we come down, we hit it, we come down, we hit it. Almost hit it here, come down, hit it, and then boom, 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 just wicks all the way up. So, you know, the resistance is definitely stronger than the support. in this pattern. So, you know, if we come down from this level, chances are we're just going to break through it. You know, so definitely something we're going to be looking at. And yeah, so before I lose track of everything, let me get back to the comments. We got a good amount of viewers today, guys. Decent amount of viewers. It's picking up. I'm really appreciative. Love you guys. Support you. Love the support, and I'm happy that I can be helping you. Are you a full-time pilot and have an office at the airport? That is so funny. No, this is a backdrop, guys. But I think you know that. You're busting on me, aren't you? No, I'm not a full-time pilot. I just fly for fun. I'm a private pilot. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I love aviation. I've loved aviation since I was a kid, and you know, started flight lessons about 6-7 years ago, and got my license a few years ago, and I just love flying, and pretty much it. So as a beginner, does 2% profit every day or every other day? Wait a minute. As a beginner, does 2% profit every day or every other day? Doable. How realistic is it? It's very doable. Very realistic. I mean, honestly, if you are a beginner, I would trade with a very small amount of money, if not no money at all, and just paper trade with imaginary money. Assume you have in a position. Assume you have money in the game. Write it all down on paper, what you got. Write down your trade plans. Keep a log of it, all your wins, your losses. Or if you're posting stuff on Twitter, post your trades on Twitter. And then you'll have a diary of all your trades on Twitter that you can just scroll back through. That's kind of the easiest. Do pumps like this happen to meet closing targets? That is a good question, like the monthly close. Absolutely. If you guys look at a candle, you'll notice that most of the time, or a good majority of the time, most of the volatility and the volume comes in the final minutes of the candle. And a lot of people are just sitting there, just waiting, because the candle close is the most important thing. You know, trading before a candle closes, you know, I mean, go back in the day. Like, I could go back in the day to like 2017 when I was first trading. I used to buy into resistance breaks all the time without waiting for confirmation, because I had this idea in my head. All right, if there's volume and there's momentum and we break resistance, I'm just going to buy that break before the candle even closes. Oh my god, I couldn't tell you how many wicks I bought. I just got wrecked back then. And I learned that real quick. You know, to not buy resistance. I mean, unless you are really, really good at knowing, you know, when to buy a break of resistance, I always wait for confirmation. Always wait for confirmation. Buy it on the retest. And even when I started changing, you know, and learning and getting better at trading, I would still like, it's hard to explain. It's like I was so worried about missing opportunities, forgetting that there's always opportunities. There's always opportunities coming to you in crypto. Whether you miss an opportunity, if you don't feel comfortable getting into the trade, don't get into the trade. Don't listen to the people on Twitter that say, oh, this is once in a lifetime opportunity, you're gonna miss it, you're gonna buy high and then the market's gonna dump. Don't listen to those people. Once you start getting comfortable with trading, honestly, the most healthiest thing, and I'm going to say this for you guys, and it's probably not great for every person doing content like this on YouTube and on Twitter, but the better I got at trading, the less I look at other people's analysis. Like, I spend very little time on my actual newsfeed. looking at other people's content. I do like to skim through it, and I like to make sure that people know that I'm following them and, you know, checking things out. And I do still check out Big Ched, some of his stuff in the chart guys. But you know what I do? I listen to it, I hear it, I think about it, but I don't make a single damn decision on it. And the weight that I put into other people's analysis is like way down here, because I want to be responsible for every single decision I make. I want to be responsible for my own analysis. I'm not going to learn how to be a better trader if I'm not going to be willing to step back and kind of ignore everybody else and what they're saying, not even paying attention to what they're saying. A lot of the times I'll do analysis. I'm kind of just, you know, rambling here, but like, I think it's helpful information. A lot of times I'm doing analysis and I'm posting all day long on Twitter. I haven't checked my news feed all day. I don't even know what a single influencer or whoever else is saying on Twitter. I don't even know, because I'm not even paying attention, because I don't want that influence. I don't want, you know, everyone goes on Twitter. They all start saying the same thing. You know, and that's, you know, a lot of the big accounts, you know, they're all kind of saying the same thing. Like, what kind of value are you adding if everybody's saying the same thing and then the opposite thing happens? It's kind of easy to fall into that trap, so I just want everyone to know about that. Sivo asked, what did you watch / read to get to be a successful trader? How long did it take before you started actually making money? So, all right, so I bought in 2016 and I wrote it up, okay? I was up a lot of money, unrealized profit, okay, guys? I didn't sell it. And then the market started coming down. I started writing it down a little bit. I sold. I was getting frustrated with the losses. And I didn't sell at the bottom. I sold like 3/4 of the way up. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to learn how to day trade. And then that's when I tried learning how to day trade. And then I pretty much almost lost all of it learning how to day trade in the beginning. And it wasn't like a little bit of money either. And I lost a huge amount of it learning how to day trade. And guys, I can tell you right now, if you're new to this game, it takes a good couple years to really get good at it. I would not put any significant money in while learning how to day trade. You know, zoom out, learn how to read like the monthly charts and stuff, like the weekly charts, just the basics, the uptrends, the downtrends. Learn that stuff and just kind of hodl it, but just like know how to identify like the market lows, like the cycle bottom, the cycle tops. And you know, when you hit a certain figure, and it looks like we lost the monthly uptrend or the you know, the weekly uptrend, get out of your position and then just sit patient for a long time, and then just wait and just be patient. That's what I recommend doing instead of trying to go in and start zooming in. Like, don't watch the 5-second chart or the 5-minute chart and all that shit. Don't be trying to do that stuff. I did a lot of that back in the day. I lost a ton of money doing it. Granted, I learned from my experiences. You know, sometimes you need to hurt and take some pretty big losses to actually learn your lesson. You know, there's just so much to it. And you know, you then ask, how long did it take before it actually started becoming profitable? I'd probably say mid 2018 was when I started making some money, kind of breaking even, right up into like 2019. Then 2020, 2021, I started making some pretty good money trading, and still do. Actually, 2021 was like earlier in the year was like the best. I was doing great. And actually, this year I'm off to a really good start too. I'm not actually up a lot right now, but that's because I've been out, and the only thing I've been playing is just like little low time frame day trades here and there, and a lot of it sitting on the sidelines. Thank God, because the market has dropped the way it is, and being patient has really paid off and helped me protect all the money that I made before. So that's pretty much where I'm at. All right, Dark Chest 92, thanks, man. Really appreciate your advice. Thank you very much. And yeah, so real quick, I did want to mention this real quick, guys. You saw this earlier. I think they're so hot. The Litecoin ties, because I mentioned these a little bit, but we got a nice picture. These are the finished ties. The picture quality on this is actually not too great, but I'm gonna post a lot of pictures of these. We're actually gonna do like a promo video with them too when they drop. They'll probably be out in the next week or two. If you guys are interested in these, it's cryptoties.com, the one and only cryptoties.com in the world. And you can put your email in there to be notified when these will be available for order. They are designer ties. I made sure that when these were designed, we spent the most money possible to make these the nicest ties you can possibly buy. And the price is going to be $95 with free shipping. There's only going to be 500 of them made, and there will be a certificate of authenticity with the tie number on it when these get shipped out to you guys. So if you are interested, check that out at cryptoties.com and put your email in there. And I always give Carlos Estrada a little bit of shout out with his Litecoin watch, because this is going to be sick with the Litecoin tie. Anyway, that's pretty much it. And I did not post this picture, but the purple Ethereum ties are also really sexy. And then you got like the silver, gray, and black Ethereum tie as well. And then in the Bitcoin ties, they are in gold and black and gold. So yeah, just wanted to go over that real quick. If you guys are liking the live stream and got some other questions for me before we get ready to wrap up here, because I think we are about a half hour or so into the live stream. To add one more thing to Steve-O's question, what did I watch and read to become a successful trader? I know I explained the whole backstory and everything, but I watched, and this is why I preach about big cheds and chart guys, is I watched them. I learned so much from watching them back in 2017 and 2018. Actually, this is a funny story. One of the first, and I don't know if I want to say this. I was going to talk about a guy that I followed when I first got into trading, and he just made it so complicated for me. I got frustrated and was like, okay, this guy's insane, but I don't know if I want to say the name of the guy. So that's why I'm just going to talk about the people that I learned the most from, and that is Big Cheds and the chart guys and his book Trading Wisdom. And oh my god, that's so funny. All right, anyway, I'm reading the chat right now. This is good, guys. This is good. I don't even need to say it. All right, Dark Chest 92, after all this useful information, I'm looking forward to see daily live streams. Guys, if you want me to start doing this more, I'd really appreciate it, because not many people do it. But just throw a tip to my Venmo at Flying Cryptos, or to the LTC address in this video. It doesn't need to be like $500 or something, but of the few people. All right, yeah, I'm just reading the comments. We got good comments today. So anyway, yeah. Now I'm losing my train of thought. Yep. Yeah, I'm not going to call out any names on the live stream, guys. But so that's pretty much it. If you guys, do want to see, I'm going to try to do these more often. As you guys know, or for anyone that's new to following, that wasn't following me over the summer, because I know, I don't know, we added like 2,500 more followers since the summer. Like, the page is actually going pretty healthy. Yeah, I don't have to say Litecoin's going to $20,000 every day, which is great, because I don't want to do that. And I just think that's a terrible way to grow your page. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, so if you guys are loving it, please throw a tip. Show me some love that you do enjoy these live streams. I'll do them more often for free. We will grow the page, and I know we're eventually going to hit a point on YouTube where I can activate the thing where you can tip right in the live chat, and you know, maybe we'll make this a daily thing. But going back to the summer, what I was just talking about, I have a boat rental company, and we have a lot of boats, and we rent them out every single day. It is the busiest summer. It is the busiest summer ever. It consumes me 7 days a week because we just have so many boats and so many people and staff. We have about, you know, 7,000 people that come up every summer and rent actual boats. I'm not talking about kayaks. So it gets really insane, and it does get a lot harder for me to do daily updates during the summertime. So I'm just going to throw that out there just so you guys know. Most of the time throughout the year, I am pretty consistent at this, because when I'm not doing that during the summer, all I do is day trade. So I appreciate you guys and love you a lot. Thanks for all the likes. Smash the like button. I'm going to get ready to head out, and we'll wrap it up like we did last time. I hope you guys like the intro with the music. Got that idea from Big Cheds. I think that's pretty cool what he does with his live streams. So, all right, guys. Thank you so much. Let's see. We'll get some music going here, if you guys want to hear that again. Here we go.
Let's make this one. Let's make this one. Money.
Have a good one, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.